Louis, what have you found? Because I don't remember seeing weird growthy things like this on the, oh wow, there's a helicopter. Well, I don't remember seeing that either. But I don't remember seeing weird growthy things like this on any of the other like crystals or anything else that happened to be back at Sulani. So I don't exactly know what you're up to. But apparently by serving this lovely stone, Nalui actually managed to go ahead and after careful observation, she has discovered an invasive species infesting this rock outcropping. Spray the object to keep them under control. Spray invasive species is unlocked at level 3 of the conservationist career. Like, what? I did not expect that to happen. I'm just desperately trying to find any kind of way that Nalui might be able to keep her work performance up when we don't have an actual ocean to be splashing around at. And, well, it seems like finding, like, those invasive species in this little rock area didn't seem to help her work performance whatsoever. Let's actually try taking a photo and then doing a little bit of a dig while we go and see what's going on with Ukupanipo. And I say, why, hello everyone, and welcome back to our island wedding rags to Axolotl-y hilarious chaotic story riches, where we are here at the park right where we left off, kind of reflecting on how everybody sort of has their own major and minor goals going on right now. We have, as you may recall, I mean, okay, I guess we can take a phone call. It's good to hear your voice, Nalui. I wanted to ask if I should get to know Manuel a little better as a friend. They seem like good company. I mean, sure, Nalui is tired, exhausted. She's getting phone calls from people back in Solani and is just kind of like, what? I mean, I guess. Oh wow, she's really exhausted. Okay, let's see. And did she manage to find anything from that rock? Did we get anything? Did you actually collect it? Because I was hoping it would be collecting some of the fossils or collecting some of the crystals. There should be like one more crystal collection spot that I'm going to. Ooh, the flower store! As much as I love flowers, I don't know if Nalui would. Aha, here it is. So we're gonna have her go ahead and dig this little collection spot up, and then we might go and bring everyone home to kind of catch their breath and discuss the fact of. So what do you do when you happen to stumble upon a whole bunch of really wonderful, playful Sims who all suddenly have a whole bunch? And let's actually order to go another drink. Like, how about a nice tea to offer to Nalui? I think that would be quite polite because she's clearly tired too and has been helping Leo all day. But what do you do when you run across quite a few plots that you're trying to keep track of while there's a bit of chaos going on? Well, I have an idea because there's a lot happening, including the fact that Ukupanipo is apparently late for work at his job, which is currently a sunken treasure hunter. I think we're just gonna go ahead and since that is like a rabbit hole, like part-time career, he's looking for sunken treasure by trying to find this ring that this sad bear has just been going around talking about. So I think we're actually gonna have him like quit that job real quick because of course he wouldn't be like diving in and like looking for he is looking for sunken treasure in this pond, but I mean like not leaving the area to go do that. So can he, there we go, let's have him quit this job. He's caught a few minnows, but he hasn't had any luck finding this weird ring that this bear keeps talking about. That's a cute little minnow. I wonder if he feels like eating it or if he feels fatherly towards it. I've got a lot of questions about mermaids and everything else. They're getting text messages about like the beach bonfires back at Sulani, and Ukupinipo's like, yeah, the beach isn't so slimy compared to this. Alright, so we're gonna quit the diver career. Our merman cared not. He also is feeling like that was a great catch because that was a small, dude, look Ukupinipo! That was literally a minnow! Yes, it was a small fry! In fact, it wasn't even a minnow, it was a guppy! I feel like he wouldn't eat them out of. I feel like I feel like Ukupanipo could understand eating fish, but they wouldn't be his fish choice. Yeah, I did that. Let's see. So let's actually have him because he's looking for this treasure, right? I wanted to have him try the romantic consultant career, but there hasn't been a good natural segue into that just yet. And I do want to check though if we can. I guess we could register him with the Ministry of Labor and have maybe we could say his sunken treasure hunting is the money he's getting from these fish. I love that idea. We'll have him register with the Ministry of Labor and he will now be a urban sunken treasure hunter. And we will say that the money we make off of fish while we're here, because normally I've gotten to the point in the long legacy of my Simlish gameplay where it's kind of boring just to be like, yeah, drag, drop, drag, drop. So I like to try to make it a little bit more inclusive for why you're earning a ton of money from selling frogs from your pockets. And I think the idea that the money he's getting is when he picks up the fish and he's like, hey, punk, where's the goods? Like, that's Ukupanipo. So let's go ahead and we'll have him register like that, I think. And then I'll see if I can have him be like an urban sunken treasure hunter, because that would be quite fun. And then we're gonna actually roll around back to the main house, not even the haunted house, for just a moment. There we go. Urban sunken treasure hunter. Urban sunken treasure. Well, you know what? Okay, maybe that describes Ukupanipo as well. Oh, pulling up tiny fish from tiny ponds so they spill the gills on where the shiny or previously shiny goods are. There we go. That's Ukupanipo. That's hilarious. But all right, so let's go ahead and send everybody back home because I think that Nilui, oh wait, you're just, okay, she's gotta collect whatever this is real quick.
Oh.
She got some silver and has acquired the gemology skill. That was unexpected, but I'll take it. And now let's go ahead and we're going to have our currently depressed and hanging out with his friends. Wow, for a socially awkward young biologist, I gotta say, Leo has become super attached to Ukupanipo and Nilui super fast. But then again, probably because, you know, his little sister passing away thing, he's a little sensitive about that. So now that they've had their first day at the Haunted Museum, where they were hoping to find references that might help them with his quest to bring his sister back from the dead and believe in ghosts. Now that they've gone ahead and they have been out and about for hours, I believe that at least everybody but cheerful Ukupanipo are kind of ready to relax for a moment. So did we claim this bed for these two? In fact, I think that we're gonna have Ukupanipo and Nilui go off to cuddle in bed for a second because, well, actually, I would say that, or like that would be Nilui's plan, but it seems that Leo actually wants to chat with Ukupanipo. So let's actually bring those two inside for just a minute because I like the idea that maybe they get a moment to chat. And then Nilui, seeing they're busy, you're gonna go ahead and take a nice shower. Why don't you go stay in the shower? She's uncomfortable at the moment, so maybe we'll just take a shower. There we go. And I will now give all of you my deep wisdom on how to manage so many Sims and so many goals and so many stories and plot lines all at once. The answer, my friends, is a dice. A random dice. Well, it's not a random dice. It's actually my D4. It has a little chicken egg in it because my beloved husband Chips got me some really cute dice sets a while back when I was admiring them on Etsy. And he was like, I gotcha. And that was really sweet of him. And so now these two are drinking with desperation some of this like coffee they've got over here, which is cute. But basically, I realized with our Ranch to Riches challenge as well, I love our Sims and I love their many stories. But what do you do when you have so many of them and they have all these fun goals and you're really trying to support the emergent storytelling, like I always just call it the immersive role play is the way that I like to think of it, but this word emergent storytelling, that phrase has been popping up more and more lately, and it's basically what I've been doing my entire life and for the whole duration of this channel, which is where you let the game, excuse me, I'm so sorry, hang in there, little pixel people, you didn't hear that. I know that would shatter your lines of code and consciousness, but where you roll with the punches, where it's improv, where you have a setting. You have a very fancy setting. You have a setting that you spent 5 hours decorating. 5 hours decorating. There's still char marks where his sister caught fire and died. And then you just let the story unfold within that setting. That is what and then you tell the story and you try not to control it too much for plot. Because Sims is now so sprawling with so much that you can do in so many ways, I feel like a little control, like a rudder on a little ship, or maybe a little steering wheel on a little ship so that you don't just capsize all the time, is important. And I'm realizing that that's kind of what made me flop so hard on my face with the Ranch to Riches challenge, which we will be returning to because I am obsessed with Rocky and his story. But one of the ways that we can kind of guide our way through so many different Sims and their stories is by grabbing my little D4 because it's the smallest dice I have. And there's only 3 Sims, but maybe if we roll a 4, then we can pick something else. And because we play on long legacy lifestyle, and because we like to just really spend our time paying attention to the details of enjoying things instead of just like fast forwarding through them, blasting through skills, we like to honor the story and the immersion of being in these Sims' lives. I thought we'll roll this dice, and if it rolls 1, we'll focus on Ukupanipo that day, a 2, Nalui, a 3, Leo. And then when they've completed or hit a big challenge point of their current focus, their micro focus of their goal, for Leo, for instance, it's, wait, what do you mean? Are ghosts really real? And then for Ukupanipo, I think his micro goal would kind of be focused on the things that he wants the most, which would be like having a dream date, focusing on this romantic explorer stuff. And for Nilui, it'd honestly be trying to just get comfortable and figure out what she can actually do to help or to feel just comfortable with who she is and herself. She likes to have clear goals since, you know, the whole missing memories thing makes her feel a little squibby about not knowing what to do. She would be wanting to just spend her time getting a bit comfortable and figuring out, wait, I'm not even able to really do my job here. And if the performance keeps going down, I feel like she might want to pivot and find some other way to help because she does now have some adorable little axolotls. We can breed them again. Yes. Okay, we're going to say that that happened in her pockets. Let's see. We have 2 green axolotls and a gold axolotl. Let's bring... We bred the gold with the green last time. Let's breed green with green and see what happens. We have a new type! A wild copper axolotl. Is that also a common type? Let's see. Oh, and we've got all these little fishies. Hello, fish friends. No, look! It's getting further up the range. An axolotl with a colored speckling that allows it to camouflage. Oh my gosh. That's good news for us. But basically, we would then say, okay, whatever that dice picked that day, we'll focus on their current arc, and then we'll try to find ways. We may even use the club system to make sure that the others are doing things that fall within an appropriate realm of behaviors for what they would be doing passively while we're not paying attention to them. But we might be a little more hands off with those Sims that day, just to make sure that we can like move some of the stories along, while always being willing to throw everything, including the bathwater and the alien babies, I guess, right out the window when they decide to do something like light fires or create other chaos for us. So here we are. And it's actually late enough in the day now. I think we're just going to make everybody comfortable, and then we will kind of roll our dice and see where our main focus will be for the day. But for now, let's get everybody cozy. Let's get everybody comfy. Let's like make sure that we're in here. I guess we're drinking with desperation because Leo just really wants to spend some time chatting with Ukupanipo. That's actually one of his desires. Ukupanipo, where are you going? You're gonna go wash your dish. You're trying to sneak into there, aren't you? Alright, well Leo was going to do that, but maybe he'll feel like he needs to go ahead. Wait, collect a blue mold? Oh my gosh, you're totally a scientist! Like me! Yes, collect the mold! I didn't know you can get mold off your dirty dishes! The life's been a little hard. I haven't been playing like anything. So that's exciting. Is that from the For Rent? That's funny. Alright, and actually, Ukupanipo, you sneaking in here, don't even try to pretend. it wasn't to try to have a steamy shower with Nalui. But guess what? It's a little too small in here, and I think she's too tired and cramped. And she's like, no. She also wants to eat more Salvadoradian food, and she just wants to go to bed. So your luck's out, buddy. All right, we're gonna go ahead and have her sleep. Uki, you're sorry, you're out of luck. And then meanwhile, what do you mean mold? This is so cool. Leonard obtained his first blue mold cultures. Opened. Oh my gosh, it's from Brazen. Brazen, I love you. I have no idea what we can do with the blue mold culture, but that's actually from Brazen Lotus, one of my all-time like favorite modders. Oh my gosh, an important ingredient in cheese making. This mold creates the blue veins in cheeses. I am so tickled. Of course we would need to gather up some molds. Hold up here. Now I feel like we need to find Grandmama or like Abuela's. Oh my gosh, I need to like look up the name. It would be Tutu Lady in Hawaiian, and like my other grandmother we just called Didi as a shorthand for grandmother. Because I used to call her Dama when I was a baby, and they were like, "No, you can't say that, baby Seri." And so that was my Western, like my Midwestern grandmother, and then the other grandmother I had was Tutu Lady, my Hawaiian grandmother, and grandparent is like Tutu and then lady or Tutu man, for modern Hawaiian families, for some of them. That's a very diverse portfolio, despite not being a very diverse bloodline. But that's a story for another day. Where is... I want everything to do with cheese making now, because I have we didn't roll the dice. I don't have to focus on anybody but my own attention span. Tremble in fear, friends. Tremble in fear. I mean, we have a pizza maker, so it makes total sense that we would have a little cheese press over here. I feel like, of course, Grandma would have just like a cheese press. We've got something down here. Where would I put it? It just feels a little awkward to shove a cheese press in, but it feels a little awkward not to shove a cheese press in, because it just sounds like so much fun. I've got all these cheeses. That makes a lot of sense that Grandma would have like some weird stuff where she's like, and don't forget to take care of my cheeses whilst I'm gone. I've been growing those things, or like I've been trying to get those things ready for like the local community event that I'm totally going to like kick butt at. That would totally be this Grandma. All right, where should I put them though? And then there's some decorative cheeses. You gotta make sure you add your ambiance. I'm going off the deep end, aren't I? I like these decorative cheeses the most, so we'll use these. All right, upsy daisy. And then, let's see, we'll shrink them down a little. Yes, just a touch. And then I mean, then again, this kind of creeps me out. I don't want to eat dusty cheese. But where would Grandma keep her prized cheese? In here? Is this really where we're going? Well, there you go. There's Grandma's prized cheese! Oh, I love that so much. And maybe we'll keep like, can we keep a tiny little decorative pile of it like right down here? I love that. I love that so much. Just the idea that, of course, Grandma would have like a decorative pile of cheese. Or like, here's some samples. No doubt Ukupanipo's just like yoinked them out of the fridge. Some samples of Grandma's prized cheeses. That's amazing. Do we actually have the cheese making skill book? Because now, guess what Leo's doing when he's stressed? He goes ahead and he tries to read some books and gain some skills. I love it. And normally I've been trying to like send my Sims to like bookshops and stuff like that to like buy things more, because I think it would be interesting. But this library is meant to hit you like a punch in the face. It's not super stocked, but that's just because I ran out of room. And so I like the idea that their grandma just has weird books hiding. I mean, if they're not in this here like spot, they're probably hiding in the endless amounts. I mean, look, this is how you can use up your Sims money in ways that make the world immersive, engaging, and naturally world build in ways that make you really satisfied when you're like, oh, I know why that clump of grass and that rock that I put in axolotls there and it lets the world be built off of the story, not just stuff that you have to do as set building. So I am happy about this turn of events because now we can have an excuse to come in and we can just like grab a big pile of decorative books. Again, we're going all for the cheese making here. Let's see, like, oh, that cute little stack of books could even hold something. That's adorable. But we're looking for like, okay, easy peasy recipe unlocker by Ravishing. You know what? They would have Grandma's recipe book here. Don't even try to pretend. Don't even try to pretend we wouldn't. So we're gonna put that over here and see if that actually lets me, maybe it'll help me unlock a cheese recipe. Again, normally I don't unlock things without a little extra effort, but I made this poor man's like sister end up passing away. So I feel a little obligated to help out. We also did collect a frog, and I feel like we should respect the frogs and not just keep them trapped forever, just like we should respect the axolotls. And so one of the things that you're going to see happen is that of course Leo would take care of grandmother's house and follow her wishes, but it wouldn't even be something he'd have to think twice about to make sure that they had places to keep all of the different frogs and all of the different axolotls like healthy and happy. And because we have so many frogs and we're trying to focus more on axolotls, we will use this wonderful frog display from Ravishing that allows us to store the frogs we find. And we'll put those guys in there. Oh, I'm so happy to be exploring and building. All right, and then let's find places where we can store some random books that we could totally say, okay, that's a really cute little book that maybe we'll just like leave open somewhere. It's so cute. I love the little cottage book. But this is one of the ways that you can kind of like come in and do some squeaky extra world building. That also feel kind of natural. Oh, that's really a cute book, actually. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, let's just go ahead and stick you down here, my beautiful, beautiful plant friend. It looks like it even is focused on like a page of garlic, which is deadly to me, but oh, there's the human heart. Well, not so deadly to me. Kind of need that to not be dead. There we go. That's really pretty. All right. And then, because I cannot keep myself together whatsoever, we're gonna have a couple of the miscellaneous decoration items like this door. Of course, Grandma has a button jar. Don't even try to pretend she doesn't have a button jar. Oh yes, and we do have a piggy bank because in theory, I'm trying to keep Nalui and her resources. Nalui and Ukupanipo are trying to keep their money a little separate from Leo's money, but in practice, that's gonna be proving kind of hard. However, when I do take note of it, we will try with some degree of sincerity to keep Leo and Louie and Ukupanipo's monies separate from each other so that then when, you know, Grandma comes back and is ready to kick them out of their house, we know what they have a more natural amount of to work with for whatever their future might look like. All right, that being said, where is just a big pile of books. There's literally something called a box of books. I mean, that's pretty on nose. So, but it doesn't look dusty. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The big old stack of books. That's more like it. And we can move Ukupanipo's personal backpack that I completely forgot I got him over here. This is what I wanted to see, is something like this gigantic stack of books. And somewhere in here could be a cheese making book that we will get Leo. And we will allow him, maybe I can move this over here as long as you guys can still get in the bed. And we will say that, like, or you know what, this does kind of look more like a predictable stack of books. You might find some cheese making books, and so we'll put those over there. And then, let's see. Just a very quick glance. Oh, little book of silhouettes. Okay, that's really cute. That's from our lovely... I could see that being out here as decoration. And we have some moss balls that Leo and his sister actually keep as pets too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I gotta get out of here before I want to just keep going because there's so many cute things I could be stacking in here. Just to make it really clear, this is actually a cute little stack of books I could see him having brought from university, but we'll keep moving. We'll keep moving. Go, Siri, go! Now, we did spend even more money than if we had just gone ahead and gone to a bookstore. So I feel like it's fine coming in here and snagging some cheese making books. And of course, Grandmama would have some cheese making books. And then we can go ahead and we should have them in here now, I hope. I might desperately try to clean this out just a touch. And then where is cheese making? Do you have any cheese making skill? There's that. I randomized his skills, so he actually has level 4 cheese making. Grandmother, thank you. So that means that he's probably ready for a higher level of cheese making, working with the cultures perhaps. Oh, that's going to be delightful. Well, that was a segue I didn't expect. But doesn't it add so much to his story? Now we know his grandma really likes growing prize-making cheeses and like prize-winning cheeses. That's important to her. And now Ukupanipo has even conveniently come back in here so that we can go ahead and we can can we thank him for, I feel like we should be able to thank him for having maybe express admiration because he like showed up. He's been helping out. Also, how do we work on awkwardness in the mirror to increase charisma? Oh, from being socially awkward. That's really cute, Leo.
Newlets.
All right, can you go ahead and maybe chat a little more? Deep thoughts. Maybe. Let's see. Compliment. Support his facial hair. How would we just maybe small talk? Maybe express nervousness around new Sims. That's really cute. See, and then he's feeling exhilarated from tons of coffee and everyone telling him it's going to be okay. Ukupanipo's feeling pretty fearless. He wants to meet someone new. And that's from being a romance sim, but Ukupanipo's loyal. He would not wander from his relationship with Nalui. However, I could totally see him being just curious about the people in the area. But maybe it comes across as being like curious about romantic partners, even though he's not. That'd be kind of hilarious. But I don't know if actually Leo knows anybody else he could introduce Uki to. That would be he'd probably be like, I've been working like, you know, I've been really, really busy in college. Maybe we'll spread that conservation awareness to like really focus on that. And then how about enthuse about the coffee? Okay, so he chatted. Join a protest from being paranoid? What? Leo, your social awkwardness is at war with like that kind of desire. But that is worth it to note that Leo did indeed become a little bit more paranoid after spending the night in the haunted museum. I forgot to tell you guys that, but yes, he did indeed end up gaining the paranoid skill. So now he has a fear that danger is always around the corner and people are out to get him. That's from losing his sister and then spending the night in a haunted museum. But speaking of that, we had some interesting developments where, can I get these two just to like hang out for a little while? What would Ukupanipo want to do if he's like, look, if we're going to hang out and you're feeling like all exhilarated and want to talk about nature and whatever. Oh, now, and he's feeling exhilarated because he's like, ha, I helped clean. You totally did not, dude. Ukupanipo would completely come and he would completely say they have to go on a jog around the pond. That's hilarious because it's so accurate for him. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that would totally be. If you want to get to know Ukupanipo better, you better keep up because he likes to put those bare feetsies out on the pavement. That's a lie. He's like, why is there no sand here? He finds it quite annoying. But he absolutely would be like, look, I'm not just going to sit here and talk, especially not about like all of these like preservation genome things. But if you want to talk, let's go jog. That would totally be him. And there's the bear again. But I was going to say that Leo did indeed actually end up... He's a little twitchy at the moment. I think he's kind of having some of his paranoid, nervous fears. And he is socially awkward, so the idea of going on a jog must be a little intimidating too. But he did get the paranoid trait because... I don't know what's up with these two because he spent the night at the museum and he was feeling depressed from losing his sister. I think that's hilarious that he gained it on his own as a self discovery. And Ukupanipo ended up gaining that cheerful trait, which I still think is freaking hilarious. That's kind of funny that they're just like coming here. Where'd you get a water bottle? Where'd you get an apple? You went 5 steps. I appreciate appropriate like amounts of hydration, but y'all, hang in there. A lot of social bunny worthy things happen to Leo. Open social bunny on your phone to talk about them. Oh my gosh. Okay, Leo, maybe I could see his sister having set. His sister totally would have set him up some like social bunny accounts and some things like that. Look, and perfect, perfect. Okay, look. Now they've come over to this gigantic thing that's glowing. And of course, Ukupanipo would be like, what's that? So we're going to come over here and we're actually going to have these two view this together and we're going to learn about the axolotl. This is working. I like it. Let's see, add the group. We're going to learn about the axolotl like history and let's go here together. And Ukupanipo, being a merman, being familiar with the island spirits, is going to absolutely just kind of like shrug, blink, and be like, yeah, obviously, dude, like, then you need to talk to the axolotls if you want to bring your sister back. That is a perfect segue. They find it while still looking out on a jog, and a piece of history, a piece of architecture that Leo has never given a second thought to before, suddenly takes on an entirely new meaning and tone. And also my guinea pigs are starting to yell at me because they're waiting for their breakfast, like lettuce. So perfect timing! Of course Ukupanipo got here too, that's so funny. We'll let him contemplate axolotls and kind of be like, I mean, you should just ask them. Because he very much, as a aquatic dweller himself, would find that to be the practical direction to go with things. We'll go ahead and let Leo study it for historical insights too. Oh, hey, there's some crystals. Uki, maybe you can find some. Well, he knows that Nalui likes to find them. His little clam. Well, she's not really a clam. His little crab. She's not really a crab. His little sandpiper likes to dig him out of the sand herself, so he would totally bring her over here to do that in a little bit. And good gravy, please, I beg you. Twisted Mexi, I'm so happy to support you as one of your patrons. I hope you update this place soon because or you update the tool mod soon because I'm so desperate to sprinkle something more we can do over here. Like, what do you guys think about having anything, a telescope, anything that we could look at over here? Because I think that would be pretty helpful for all of this, don't you think? Don't you think? Kind of let us go ahead and maybe talk about some of the cool stuff that's going on here. Like, let's discuss local fishing spots to kind of talk about these axolotls. And Nalui, who's currently miserable with her bladder, can actually breed them again! The whole axolotl thing might go faster than I thought. Did we get a new one? I think we bred them. Breed axolotl. I think we have 3 green axolotls now. And that's where we're at. Let me check. I love these guys so much. When did you eat experimental food, you goose bucket? Let's see. Yeah, we still have the wild copper, the green, and the gold. And we will be working more with them in a little bit here. And Ukupanipo. That's so funny! Ukupanipo has identified the anglerfish! You guys, they're the angelfish. Why is that important? You need the angelfish to make ambrosia, to bring a ghost back to life. We came over here to talk about the axolotls and the legends and lore, the rumors of rejuvenation that have to do with axolotls. This might have to just be a permanent house rule for our Simlish adventures. But given the lore and legends of rejuvenation and like coming back to life that surround axolotls in real life, I think it makes complete sense. If you complete an axolotl collection, you can bring back one ghost. That's fantastic. And here we have confirmation from Ukupanipo himself, because now we know about the angelfish, the fish you need to make ambrosia. So I'm saying we're getting approval for that idea. Boom. But all right, I'm gonna send everybody kind of home. I don't know why. Oh my gosh! And look, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Leo's like, oh, he likes jogging and stuff. Well, I have a soccer ball in the backyard that I used to have as a kid. I think it's still good. He's off to go get the soccer ball to kick with someone, and I think he's gonna go kick it with Ukupanipo. That's adorable. Leo, you're so desperate to have friends. I just really hope that we'll be able to also desperately not get you fired from your conservation job either. But we'll have to see what happens next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.